Moving to just chatting.
Hello. 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 It's me. NobodyGlitched. It is I here again today to play for you Colony Ship. We'll be playing Colony Ship. Yes. 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 Colony Ship. Also hello Lampenstein and hello Draypixel. Hello to both of you. Thank you for coming in. Good to have you. This is a bit of an impromptu stream. We're gonna play some Colony Ship today. Just trying to kind of move through it. What's next? D&D. Yeah. I don't know how you guessed that, but yeah, D&D is in fact next. You're absolutely correct. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Yeah, D&D slaps. It's the best. Okay. So I think we'll just get started. Right. I'm trying to get through Colony Ship. It's a longer game than I thought it would be, honestly. I think that's part of that is because I just keep reading everything out. So I might not read out as many things for Colony Ship. We'll see. We'll see. I went back to check what was causing me so much grief. It turns out that I had accidentally somehow skipped the peaceful dialogue. Oh man, oh, I messed this up. I messed up the peaceful dialogue option. For getting through one of the segments, and I'm entirely spec'd into talking. So I couldn't go back to it, so I was forced to do a fight that I obviously am not prepared for because, I don't have fighting builds, right? My main character is a talker, and one of my characters is also a thief, right? Not much damage there. So I can get through minor fights, but anyway, a little louder than I want this to be. I really wish I had more granular control over how much volume I had here, but yes. Before we do any of that, we're gonna do a little thing here. First of all, I'm gonna go through a few things. First of all, we're going to do blast radius. So, Vulture, toggle blast radius. Or don't do that. Vulture, toggle blast radius. Thank you. I said that, but nothing's happening. Actually, I should have used my eyeballs here. I got nothing. Nothing appears to be going on. And nothing ever happens. But part of why we do this section, even if there is in fact nothing really going on my side, is so that you guys have an opportunity to talk about things that are happening in your spheres as well. So now is a great time to talk about other VTubers. Yeah. And that's the gist of it, right? That's the gist of all I really have for Blast Radius. This is, for people who are not familiar, this is just a time that we talk about cool things that other people are doing. So I typically use this time to talk about collabs. If anyone's doing a collab, or anyone has their special event, like a subathon, right? I usually talk about this during that time. Or I just go through and see what else is going on. So otherwise people are they're doing their normal stuff, right? They're playing their games and trying to be cool. Vulture toggle blast radius. Okay. There's one other thing I want to talk about. My good buddy Falter, right, is having some PC problems. And so if you could find it in your heart to maybe donate to Falter's PC repair fund, that would be really nice of you. I'm not gonna force you to do it, and I'm not gonna say you have to do it, of course, right? But I just want to take 30 seconds to say it would be cool if you would, right? Help out a buddy. That's it. That's all I got. As always, though, right? And I say this for myself, for everything. Please don't feel any obligation, right, or pressure to spend money. You don't have to do that. Do what's right for you. Um, but I would still thought I would maybe mention it. And once I figure out how Throne works, because I don't know how Throne works, I'll probably donate myself. In fact, why don't we figure that out right now? Why don't I learn how Throne works right now? Okay. That Google Donkey makes you suspicious. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I feel like Throne is eating. Why is this 546? That's a weird number. I don't know. It's kind of a weird number. I feel like there's some secret tax that's being paid. I don't know how Throne works though. Like, I don't get it. But I'll put my money where my mouth is. So I'm gonna take a second here to do that. How do I sign up? How do I join Throne? Oh God. This is so annoying. Money's gross and full of germs. I bet it is. I bet it is. I wonder if they'll just let me do this. Yeah. Okay. I've never been on Throne before. Never been here. I guess we'll all figure it out together. Do not want to receive emails from Throne, I'm sorry. Alright. Let's take a second here. Again, I do very much wish to put my money where my mouth is, so. Can I just skip all this shit? I'm not interested in doing all this sign up stuff right now. But currently there's a VTuber section, so sure, fine, whatever. I'm here for a very specific reason. Very specific reason. Okay. Why can't I add more than one of these? Alright, people who understand Throne, you can tell me how do I buy this more than once? Is that possible? Why can't I buy multiples of this? I literally never used Throne in my life. So um what if I'll just keep buying it? Wait, I can no, I don't want to change his currency. Oh my god. Please. Cripes, why can't I buy more than one of these? I don't understand Throne. I don't understand Throne. I don't understand this at all. Okay. Why the fuck are the taxes and fees $5.99? I fucking hate this machine. Okay, never mind. Can I just send him money directly? This is ass. This is ass. But I have to pay 50 extra cents for this. Yeah, I'm losing my fucking mind here. I am. You cannot be telling me payment processing is, oh my god. How do you justify this? I just don't get it. I don't understand why why Throne needs this much money for payment processing. Um Alright, I'm a little bitch, so I'm just gonna message Falter directly right now. Rather than doing this. This is a pain in the ass. Honestly, this is a pain in the ass. I know my opinion of Throne is rapidly reducing. I'm just gonna message this man directly. Hey, bro. Am I a douchebag for starting my messages? Hey, bro. All right, I've reached out. You guys do what you gotta do. But definitely please keep an eye out for my buddy. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. We're just gonna play Colony Ship now, and depending on what he says, I will figure out from there. Yeah. Yep. All right, homies. Colony Ship. Colony Ship. A vulture, move us to main, please.
Moving to main scene.
Thank you. Thank you. This is the best main scene of all time. I can't do the voice. I can't do it. Okay. So, Colony Ship. Colony Ship. Colony Ship. We'll play this and see how far we get. How it goes. We got a solid 2 hours and change. So let's make this Colony Ship. And then let me remember to do my due diligence here and actually change the game. Set game, Colony Ship. Yippee. 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 Alright. That should do the trick. That should do the trick. Yep. All good, Lampenstein. I mean, again, no pressure. If you're here, that's awesome. If you're not, I totally get it. I think my mouse is having a little freak out. I guess his battery is dying. I guess I gotta replace that. But yes, I totally understand. I appreciate you for however long you can be here. You know, there's never any obligation. Do what you gotta do. however long anyone's here is, I appreciate that. But I do need to go apparently get a new battery for this. So, Vulture, move us to AFK, please.
Moving to main scene.
That's not what I said. Vulture, move us to AFK, please.
Moving to AFK. Moving to main scene.
Alright, hello. Yeah, I have an opinion, and it's not a good opinion. My opinion is very much, oh my god, why does a payment processor need 10 fucking %? There's just no reason. There's no reason. Hello, Claudes. I can't understand it. Why? Like, that's really just an insane amount. And I'm so, like, morally opposed to it. But, let's get into calling ship. I have the game set to calling ship. I do. I have done it. Alright, let's calling ship it up. I guess it's this. I guess it's this. How are you doing today, Clouds? How are things? How's the vibe? So I never played whatever that game is. Cyberpunk. You number from 1 to 18, 3. Bought a whole bunch of popsicles is a good day. Nice. Okay, I have not played this game in like a while. Holy smokes. Okay, right click to move, left click to click on people. Did you mean popsicles? Is that not how it's spelled? Popsicles? I just want to talk to the archivist. That's what I'm here for. Visiting the local archives. You stand by these words, the day my night sky is covered up by flying ads, the day become a terror. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I can sympathize with that feeling. I can absolutely sympathize with that feeling. My gripe comes a lot from, like, there just shouldn't be a certain amount of, like, cost for these middlemen. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about like Visa, MasterCard. I'm talking about Throne, right? Or like Ko-fi or Patreon or whatever, right? It's like, dude, you're nothing. You're nothing. You're a glorified payment processor and storefront. Like, shut the fuck up. You don't need 10%. There's no possible reason you need a 10% fucking markup. Okay? If it was like 1%, or it was like a flat amount, like, oh, okay, like 35 cents, no matter what it is, I would be like, okay, yeah, 35 is a lot, but like, for a small transaction, but okay, I get it, fine, no problem. Also, this scroll speed is like very fast. I don't remember it being this much. I guess I reduced it. Yeah, so, sometimes my opinion is very much shut the fuck up payment processor, but here we are. I don't know where the local archives are. I don't think I can do any of these yet. So why don't we just, I guess, go around? I think part of this, what I was struggling with, is you have to like pick a side, and I kind of want to think about whose side I'm gonna pick, because we have the church, we have the protectors, and the Brotherhood of Liberty, and they did a really good job making me hate the Brotherhood of Liberty. I'll say that. These people are stupid. They're like stupid little bastards. I don't like the protectors of the mission much either. And I'm not a big church fan either. Like, they've somehow managed to make all of them shitty, and I appreciate that. I really, like, I vibe with that. You did a really good job making it hard to pick who to help out. Let's just go down for now, I guess. Requisition. The guards decided... Requisition to do what? The go down to the maintenance deck. Does the guard point at the sign? It's off limit and for a good reason. Okay. I talked to you about this? Okay, I can't. Can I examine the vending machine? Nothing. How about you, lady? You're standing atop a 9-story high apartment complex, gazing over the Brotherhood's sprawling admin district. Gotta go. Alright, see you later, Lampenstein. Thanks so much for hanging out. Gazing over the Brotherhood's sprawling admin district far below, a massive blocky fortress, which looks ready to withstand a 10-year siege, squats amidst the residences of the elite, a clutch of monuments to the glorious struggle, and flashy signs advertising the liberation of the enslaved. One day, says a woman next to you, misinterpreting your reaction. One day what? One day we'll free the rest of the ship and everyone will finally live in peace. What if they don't want to be freed? Some people have been enslaved for so long they don't know what it's like to be free, the woman says with sadness in her voice. It doesn't mean we have to abandon them. Okay, how about you eat my ass? Sorry, is that rude? Is that rude to say? It doesn't surprise me that the Brotherhood does not like me. No surprises there. I'm not exactly a church fan either, frankly, right? It's just... The Brotherhood, more or less, is shown to be a group of people who are so committed to freedom that they're willing to, like, push their new laws as part of it. Also, I don't know, I can't... Oh, I can go this way, maybe? Yes, I can go this way. I can go this way. They're so willing to push their way that it sort of becomes a how do you say, we know what's right for you, so just follow our new laws that are better than the old laws because we say they are. The Hall of Records. Oh, that looks exciting. The Archivist. Wait, I'm so lucky. I love it. Hello. What's this? A visitor? The old man squints up at you in surprise. When I was a young fella, this place was always full of people. Everybody wanted to hear about the heroes of the mutiny and what they did so we could be free. Now it seems everyone's too busy. I'm not busy. Tell me about these great heroes. Well, Frank Bradford's the one who struck the first blow. The old man perks up at once, warming to his story. Killed the overseer, and when the ship authority thugs showed up to drag Frank off to the brig, he killed them too. Old Frank wasn't what you'd call the chatty type, but when he did decide to talk, People listened, and after he killed the high muckety mucks, uniformed goons, they listened even harder. A bunch of folks flocked to Frank's banner right away. The Defiant, they called themselves. Others just followed Frank's example and hit back. Everybody had a score to settle with the ship authority in them days. What happened to this Frank fellow? They killed him, of course, him and his boys. It was the work of nearly 3 months to get him in a corner. They were hoping that would be the end of it, and then they could pretend this little hiccup had never happened. But the fire had spread, and it couldn't be smothered. For that one head, they chopped off 2 more grew in its place, Joseph Harlan and Edward Williams. Remember when I said Frank wasn't much of a talker? Williams was the opposite. Didn't know which end of a gun you pointed at an enemy, but he could jabber for hours on end without even taking a breath. As I'm sure you've seen yourself, there's a huge gap between being angry at the way the world is and doing something about it. Williams was very good at bridging that gap. People came from all around to see what he had to say, and when they left, they were just itching to fight. What about Harlan? Did you know Harlan worked for the ship authority? He was a plant assigned to keep tabs on Bradford Williams and other undesirable elements. But after seeing firsthand how the ship authority ran things down here, he had a change of heart. He began feeding Frank info about the ship authority's plans and movements, instead of the other way around. A double agent? A triple agent? Triple agent? When Frank was killed, Harlan went all in. He began organizing people into fighting units and taught them that good old guerrilla warfare shit. Anyone can shoot a gun, but proper tactics, you can't learn that by trial and error. So Frank started it, but it was Harlan who finished it. Williams too, but you can't win a war by running your mouth, can you? Great story. Can I show you something? It doesn't mean anything to me. It looks like some fancy colony tech. About as useful as suntan lotion. Alright, you're useless. Thank you, you useless old codger. Never speak to me again. Alright, a lot of guards annoying me, and no one to steal from. Okay, at least I have this admin district teleport. That's fine, let's just go here. Maybe the archivist there can tell me something. Maybe. So there I was, minding my own business, in the entrance to the Church of the Elect, and am I just automatically down in the admin district? Or yes, apparently you load into the admin district, that's the default. So my turning around was actually bad. Let me figure out how do you get down from here? This, I guess? But first, crime? A hammer? A hammer? Jed, I have a hammer for you. Jed, brother, I have a hammer for you. Alright, it's a bad hammer, no problem. How about this cool new helmet that I got? That's important, right? The safety helmet? It doesn't matter because I don't have armor handling. Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, this takes you out to... It doesn't take you out to Appen. How do you get to Appen? You walk with your legs? Alright, you walk with your legs. Maintenance deck entrance. Which obviously I'm not allowed to talk to because, security reasons. Of course. The haters, they don't like it. They don't like it when I show up in places I shouldn't be in. Sneak 6. Don't mind if I do. Ooh. Oh, security camera. Security camera. How's your sneak, Faith? How are you doing? Can I give this to you? Do I get caught for doing this? I don't, apparently. Alright, a gun. A knife called Last Rites. That's kind of badass. A custom double-edged fighting knife. A slender blade that can slip into a ribcage with surprising ease. Nice, a knife. And a white ranger coat. Okay, I want all these. Now, how do I get out of here? Can I get all the way here? There's not anything else, right? I didn't miss something obvious here. I guess not. I really need to remember to actually grab this cloaking field when it's time. Well, we got our sneak up to 7, so it doesn't matter. Look at us, we're good at crime now. I got what? I got a knife. Oh right, the knife. How's the knife on the knife scale? It's worse. How is it worse? Oh my god. Okay, so let me think about this. I think it might actually be better on the basis that it has 30% penetration. At this point, enemies have like, okay, let's pretend for a second that they have just 5 armor. And at this point, enemies have anywhere from 5 to 15, typically around 10. Let's say they have 5, right? In that case, I get an extra 1 damage. So then the damage range is 9 to 12 for 1 less AP. More accuracy, more aiming, less graze. How are my knife skills? How good am I at knife? I'm like okay at knife. I'm okay at knife. I could be better at knife for sure. But I think it is an upgrade. I think that's a fine upgrade. How are we doing otherwise? I think we're all good here. Oh yeah, okay, so we have this coat now. Armor handling 6, oh my god. Well, you can't use coats because you're not cool enough. Can you use a coat? The sneak penalty fills me with dread, frankly. But oh, I didn't even see the AP penalty. Okay, that's a stinker. That means only Jed can use it, and I'm not convinced. Energy armor is really good. It's starting to wear off, but it's quite good. All right, do we have archivists here? Oh, we have stealing. Wait. Lucky for me, I have the ability to steal. Crime. I take an apartment card. Oh, hello. Apartment card. What is that? It did say apartment card, right? I didn't get, like, money. I got an apartment card. I saw someone's house keys. I don't even see the house keys, actually. Am I a goof? It did just say apartment card, right? I think so. I think I have it somewhere. Alright, well, not to worry. We're here in church. Okay, I don't care about church. Where's the archivist? Surely there is an archivist here somewhere. Yeah, that looks like an archivist. You got an archivist here? Hello. Can you tell me about the machine? That sounds like a portable life support system. We feared it had been lost during the mutiny. I wonder why it surfaced now after so many decades. Is it the Lord delivering our salvation or the work of the great deceiver? A portable life support system. For the colony, explains the archivist. Our future home should be perfectly habitable, but the devil would like nothing more than to ruin it for us. This life support machine would ensure our survival until a more permanent solution is found. Do you really think the devil was trying to bring about our downfall? What is the devil, my child, if not the darkness in every one of us? Do we not fight to resist it every day, struggling to walk in his light, to do what's right despite the innumerable hardships? But what would the devil gain by giving us a life support system now? What indeed? The archivist gazes sadly down at his feet for a moment. Over the past decade, we've achieved some semblance of balance here. No faction dares provoke an open war, so slowly, reluctantly, we are compelled to accept diplomacy and understanding, and perhaps one day reach lasting peace. The aptly named House of... Let me just look that up. Yes. Pronunciation. Ecclesiastes, okay. The House of Ecclesiastes watches over the ship's central life support. Thank God, they're wise enough to hold themselves above our petty squabbling. This machine would change that. The one who controls it can subjugate whosoever he wills. People will be brought to their knees without a shot being fired. And perhaps the pit should be its home. They've never tried to rule over others. This is naive as fuck, unfortunately. It's very naive, because then there'll just be a fight over the pit. Maybe we should destroy it. And if ECLS fails, then you either discard our only hope for survival. It's been functioning for almost 3 centuries, why should it fail now? It is functioning, yes, but the knowledge of its proper maintenance has degraded, and with it the quality of air we breathe and the water we drink. If the dawn doesn't come within the next 20 years, this machine of yours will be very valuable indeed. Okay. Something the pit, yep. And how long do you suppose the pit would last against the habitat? No, sister. This machine must reside with those who have the power to defend it. The Brotherhood, the Protectors, or the Church? I'll be glad to help you evaluate these options if you're willing. I assume you would push for the Church? Regardless of what you choose, we face a dark and uncertain future. I'm glad the burden of this decision isn't on my shoulders, but whether or not you take my advice is up to you. What's your opinion of the Brotherhood? The desire for freedom is a noble one, as old as the world itself, but theirs is a hard road. And the Brotherhood seems to have lost their way a long time ago. Knowing what use they make of the weapons they have, would you entrust them with something this powerful? What about the Protectors? Are those who dwell on the past the right choice to lead us into the future? The ship authority failed, catastrophically failed, in their beloved mission. Yet 100 years later, their only idea is to try it again. I suppose they will not fail like their ancestors did. Such hubris. And then the Church, I guess? He smiles slyly. I wouldn't serve the Church if I didn't think they were the best of the available options. All I can do is share my reasonings for thinking as I do. There have been many brotherhoods over the past 2.5 millennia. All of them have vanished into dust, and none lasted more than a century, the blink of an eye in human history. Likewise, there have been countless attempts to return to a utopian past, an imaginary time of justice and plenty. None of them succeeded, for obvious reasons. Only the Church has endured these thousands of years, because the foundation upon which it rests is eternal. Think on this as you contemplate your decision. How about no? That's the last thing we need, frowns Jed. Why? Because now everyone will want... Oh, I'm sorry, I'm hiccuping. Little hiccups. Because now everyone will want it. And they'll fight to the end to deny it to others. We'll need to secure the armory as soon as possible. Do you think they'll come for it? Once the word spreads out, it would be foolish not to. Guess we'll be ready. Do you really think they'll use it as a weapon? Asks Evans, looking troubled. Without a doubt. Then we should think twice about it. About handing it over, I mean. What choice do we have? The pit is too weak to hold on to it for long. Like it or not, it has to be one of the big three. Can't say I like any of them, Evans says stubbornly. Either we aren't looking for a cult to join, we sell the machine and move on, or they're going to fight no matter what we do. This machine can tip the balance and make resistance futile. I don't know what either of these mean. I don't really understand the second option. We're going to fight no matter what we do. Neither of these are really my jam, honestly. I'm with Evans. Like, I don't really like any of them, but I guess. This. You make it sound like it's a good thing. If they fight for months, there'll be nothing left of the habitat. Might as well end it quickly and crown the new king, or at this point, any end to infighting is a good thing. Might as well end it quickly and crown the new king, I guess. I think we should give it to the Protectors, says Faith. Any particular reason? They did help us when the Brotherhood attacked, says Jed. As for the Church, they scare me more than the Protectors. That's for damn sure. Another vote for the Protectors, then. Do you really want to bring the ship authority back? Asks Evans. I wouldn't go that far. We aren't choosing a brighter future here, Faith says carefully. We're choosing the lesser evil, the path that will cause the least damage. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. We do well to remember that. Well said, let's leave our options open for now. I'm gonna go with the road to hell was paved with good intentions. There's still time to decide. Let's keep our options open for now. Okay, now we have to offer it to one of the Habitat's factions. Do I have to? Suppose I have to. Oh! It's Morgan. Vulture, exclaims Morgan, his face stretching into a smile. I was just thinking of you, and here you are, just strolling past me. God does work in mysterious ways, doesn't he? Sure, what do you want? Straight to the point, I like that. I want you to vouch for me, that's all. You do remember you owe me big, don't you? It would be awfully inconsiderate of you to forget. Very short-sighted too, I might add. Who the fuck is Morgan? Colony ship. Morgan. Who is Morgan? Oh, he's Faith's friend from the hydroponics. Got it. Hydroponics guy. Also, our people are chatting. Please give your dogs back. I didn't do anything. Why is Morgan? That's a great question. Why is Morgan? Morgan is doing his best. Okay, well, why is that? Because I'm that close to getting a trading license. Do you know what that means? Full access to the church's trading stock. How would you like to have a brand new Hauser 92? Just say the word, it's yours. Okay, so what do you need from me? I just told you. I need you to vouch for me. Tell Elena I have the right moral fiber and piety. Don't forget the piety, you hear me? Oh yeah, I'll talk to her. Sure. This is this is what we're doing in exchange for helping out Faith. This is where we're at. Hello. You look lost, sister. The woman smiles kindly at you. I understand, it's a lot to take in. She gestures at the vast plaza. Is there any work around here? Nothing I can think of, although text blob. There's a delicate matter. Faith is what brings us closer to God. But some people want more than that. They start imagining things. There's a person amongst us who thinks they've seen a revelation. But this revelation puts them against the church. And I want you to look into this false prophet, okay? No violence. John is a true man of God. Okay, how is the revelation a threat to the church's doctrine? Enough to just get to the point. Faith can work miracles, but it can't stop bullets. We're forced to take up arms to protect our people. Eventually, we claim this haven for our new church, even as the war rages around us. We'll not be sidelined any longer, not here and not on Proxima. When the dawn comes, by the grace of our Lord. Yeah, okay, whatever. Can you... A revelation. John's revelation demands that we return to the ancient ways, the pacifism observed by the Church of Old Earth. Okay, where is this guy? Yeah, alright, cool. Good chat. About Morgan, dude. Reverend Morgan. He applied for a trading license. We lost one of our traders in an unfortunate accident a few days ago, and now we have a vacancy. An unfortunate accident, you say? The Reverend said he shepherded a small congregation of hydroponics, which is commendable. What can you tell me about him? He's very pious. He could even pacify frogs. I wouldn't believe it if I didn't see it with my own eyes. We reached out to Reverend Solomon, expecting a glowing recommendation, but he said he'd never heard of anyone named Morgan. we have some options. We can tell him, by the way, frogs. Look. Reverend Solomon struggles greatly for the pit's salvation. The task is too great for one man, so he asked Morgan for help, but, I see. Still, I find it odd that Reverend Solomon would lie about it. Perhaps we need to discuss it face to face. I didn't want to say anything, but Reverend Morgan is already having doubts. Subjecting him to even more scrutiny would simply drive him away, which would be a great loss for the church. Very well. Hydroponics license, whatever. Yeah. I got 40 points for that. That stupid fucking conversation. Morgan, you owe me. Dude, I did it. Are we good now? We cool? You're a licensed trader now. Congratulations. Here's the rifle as promised, and my bond with Faith grows stronger. I bet it does. Look at this. What? Inspired. Inspired. What do I get for inspired? I guess initiative 2. That's something. It's kind of a nothing burger, honestly. And a gun. I got a new gun, right? Yes, the Hauser 92. A rifle amongst all other rifles. Who uses rifles? I do SMGs and pistols. Rifles are here. That's a rifle of all time. Let's see. It's a little bit more accurate, and it has aiming, which I'm into. But it doesn't have stagger or reaction. Does it have reaction? No. No reaction bonuses. All right, Evans, show me your reaction. 50. 50. 50. Oh, this is like fine, I guess. It's just fine. I don't think I like the fat range, honestly. Because then no one enters my range and gets shot. So it's actually better not to have this mega range. Plus Betsy has 15% penetration already. It's fine, I guess. I'm not convinced, but it's fine. I got some experience. Jen became level 6. That's important. What can we do with that? Hello, Jed. Nice of you to become level 6. What can I do with that? Oh, I learned, by the way, the hard way. You can't change stats. Like, there's nothing you can do here. The only way to change stats in this game, the only way, okay, literally the only way is this. That's it. You have no other way to change stats whatsoever. So, think carefully, I guess. Your stats are what they are. An ad break is going to start soon, at which point I will definitely take a little break, fill up my water. You guys should think about water as well. Drink water. Drink water. Stand up. Stretch. Take care of yourself. Do all these good things. As we think about what to give Jed. Jed, dude, you need to stop dying. He's kind of my, like, face tank punchy guy, right? The shotgun fills me with joy. What can I do for you, Jed? Stealth is not happening, obviously. Stealth is not happening. So I'm thinking slow metabolism. Fast draw, slow metabolism, true grit, or tough bastard. All of these are good. All of these are good. What is recoil control? Hold on. Colony ship recoil control. Yeah, behold my deficiencies. I see. So strength 8 Jed. How many of us can you even have? 4. Maybe I should give this guy an extra spine. Not the motor cortex. Isn't there one that gives him... I guess I haven't found the spine. How does he have perception 6? This is tough. Okay, I'll think more about what to do with this, because the builds are tough to like back out of in this game. You kind of have to sit on them and have them right. But I'm gonna think about this in a second here. I'm just gonna do the water and all that stuff. Vulture, move us to AFK, please. Vulture, move us to AFK, please.
Moving to AFK. Moving to main scene.
Alright, let's think about this. Accuracy plus 4 crit chance. Don't I have something like this already? Yeah, I have a better version. Captain. I don't feel like Jed is killing much. I feel like Evans is doing all the murdering, personally. I think I need Jed to just take the front face of it. Stand there and get hit. I think it might be just true grit. Is that ridiculous to say? It might also be slow metabolism. Right, you give the man slow metabolism and he gets an extra turn on all his potions, but I think it's probably true grit. Is there something else I would give him? Crit strike, evasion, armor. I could give him proficiency in blunt via educated. But I would frankly probably put that on armor instead, right? Like if I picked educated, I would probably put it in armor instead of blunt. So I love these descriptions, by the way. It's not bad, which is good. It's not good either, which is bad? Alright, Jed. I really need to think about this one. Honestly, this far, I've just waited. I've just delayed picking a feat. I might pick bashing, but if I pick bashing, he needs to have blunt capabilities. Let me see what people do. What do people do? Blunt crit strike, forget shotguns. That's fair. I like it when he beats things over the head. Alright, let's just take True Grit. That's fine. We'll True Grit our way through this. Okay. So we need to offer to one of the Habitat's factions. I don't really want to do that. I guess let's go talk to John. Let's go to the Blessed Arms. Hey, dude, how's it going? All the weapons are blessed by a priest? Inscriptions are extra. Okay, yes. Engravings, fine, whatever. Nice knife. Okay, never mind. It's not a nice knife. You have my interest. You have my interest. Let's see. It looks like it's an upgrade in literally every way. So... yeah? The only difference is the ammo cost? I currently use 45s. So the ammo costs more? I don't know, it's pretty hard to compete with extra damage, extra range, lower AP reload cost, more penetration, more accuracy. That seems like a pretty clear winner. The only thing I might regret here is finding this in a second from someone else. But you can't win them all, I guess, right? Can't win them all. And then I guess grenades. Honestly, you can never go wrong with more grenades. I love gas grenades. I honestly think these are some of the best items in the game. Gas grenades. Do I have smoke? I have smoke and flashbang? Should be fine. Okay. Good chat. See you later. How am I doing ammo-wise? Yeah, it's not even close. Not a problem. Hello, Medbay. Hello, medic. What's the church's position on implants? The church cares about your immortal soul. Okay. And show me the wares? Having a big IDK moment, frankly? IDC, right? I mean, I have so many of these already, doesn't matter. Regen... I have plenty of everything, so... I'm just here to steal from you, no problem. No problem. See you later. No problem. Let's see about the rooftops. More crime. I love crime. Alright. Yeah, I know you're trying to commit some crimes here, so I got something for you. That is the look of someone who's awake. I can see the whites of his eyes. I'm a little worried. What's my button for memeing? Is it this? Okay, I think I turned something on I wasn't supposed to. Hold on. This one. I'm a little worried. It's not good. I can see the whites of his eyes. Look, like he's awake. He knows he's being snuck up on, and he's just kind of accepting it. Like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. Sure. It is what it is. Nice jacket. It's an isometric RPG. Yes, it is. I think. Yeah. Also, hello. Hey, Sarah. Good to see you. All right, we've done the crime. I have to find John. That's not John. Hello. A maintenance worker talks shit to you as he notices you're being a lazy person. I don't know who Mandalore or Warlocracy is. I have no idea who those people are. I pay, honestly, zero attention to anyone who isn't me. Which sounds a little selfish, I know, but like... I just don't spend a lot of time, actually, it's not that I don't pay attention to anyone that isn't me, I just don't spend a lot of time watching videos. I find that I just don't have time for that. So... 1 second. Alright. Okay. You mainly listen to things while doing other things. You do many things at once. I get that. It's just not YouTube for me. Usually I'm just listening to music. Right. Not listening to like podcasts or whatever. I don't do podcasts or like audio things. What are they called? Audiobooks? Not my vibe. A maintenance worker puts down his tools and warily drags an old grey rag across his face. He eventually notices you standing there and looks up with a frown. Idle hands are the devil's playthings, he proclaims. Oh, old man, what the fuck are you talking about? Don't just stand there. Find yourself something to do. I'm not from here. You're shipborne, ain't ya? And you're from here, same as everyone else. And if the ship dies, you die with it. He exhales and sets his hands on his hips, and then looks you over. Pit girl, right? How can you tell? A cargo rat always has that feral look about the eyes. Never still, untamed by civilized society. You mean you're still free? Let every soul be so. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff about God and how God is the ultimate authority. What about the other two? That we're all part of God's plan. And that's what free will is about. You can't be held accountable for your actions if there was no moral choice to make. You must choose the righteous path and walk it. Huh? And then you'll be admitted to the promised land. And those who follow the wrong path, sir, they'll stay on board for eternity in this hell of their own making, so choose wisely, cargo rat. Do you think it's that simple? Think of it this way. The Church, the Brotherhood, and the Protectors are three different answers to the same question. How should we live out our lives? The Church says follow God's laws. The Protectors say follow the tenets of the mission, even though we have tried that already. You know how that story ends. And the Brotherhood says follow your baser instincts like an animal. Anyone who considers these options seriously and still can't figure out which party comes out on top is beyond salvation. I think people really, they are kind of enjoying mischaracterizing the Brotherhood. Based on what I've seen, the Brotherhood is not about following your baser instincts. It's a whole bunch of people who are like, be free, we should be free. And the best way to be free is follow my set of other rules for being free. Which is not always gonna work out. You know, it's a little like just another person on top telling you how to live your life. Anyway, crime. Hello, bartender. How do you make bread? No bread. How do you make bread? We grow dough in a fermentation tank and bake it to give it a nice brown color. It tastes and smells like real bread, maybe even better. How do you know what bread tastes like? We have a large library of synthetic flavors, so we can make it taste and smell like anything. Once we fix the fermentation tank, of course. What do you make the dough from? We don't make it, we grow it. It's a microbial biomass based on fungus cells and lactic acid bacteria. Decades ago, we used to brew a bacterial soup, collect the froth, and dry it into a bakeable flour. But the process was too slow and cumbersome. Much easier to grow ready-to-eat dough. What else do you have? Algae? Algae beverage? Okay, so I don't really want any of this. I'm really here for one thing in particular. I'm here to find John. The false prophet John. Hello, consecrator. A mutant dignitary, a consecrator by the looks of it, appears to be having a heated conversation with the local residents. Her honor guards wait impassively, clearly not expecting the situation to escalate. Approach. You're supposed to take him, one of the residents says, angrily pointing at the man next to him. That's what the law says. He doesn't bear the mark, the consecrator says with irritation. What good is he to us? Doesn't bear the mark? The resident gasps in outrage. He has 6 fingers on his left hand. 6! And how would it help him against radiation? Inquires the consecrator. If I take him, he'll be dead within a week. Might as well kill him yourself and be done with it. We don't want him dead, the resident says defensively. We want him to be with his own kind, is all. Your kind. My kind can repair DNA faster than radiation can damage it, the consecrator says in a condescending tone. What can your inbred friend with 6 fingers do? Inbred? He ain't. If you mutants did your damn job 6... Alright, okay. The consecrator turns to you, her face invisible behind the mask. What was all that about? They mistake genetic defects for the mark that uplifted my people. Only 1 in 100 has the traits we all share. The rest, she makes a dismissing gesture with her hand, uplifted. My people were born in torment. In the smelting heat of the engine room, their soft skin melted away like dross, and what was left was strong and pure. The consecrator says with pride, we thank you for your sacrifice. The consecrator nods I'm really bad at this word. Magnanimously, pleased with your words. We were called to a higher purpose for which your kind was ill-suited. What purpose was that? To save the ship and complete the mission. You sound like protectors. The protector's great mission is to restore the old order. It is as foolish as it is futile. Okay, that's cool. Still haven't found John, though. Hello, guard. Did His Holiness summon you? No. Who the fuck is that? Alright. Where's John? Hello, guard. I have misplaced my keycard. Alright, here's the keycard. Reverend Marvel, the guard asked skeptically. What is it? If you want to volunteer to join the fighting, you have to go through the proper channels. Okay, so I can impersonate or streetwise. I'll impersonate this time. Well, what is it? If you want to volunteer to join the fighting, you have to go through the proper channels. Although in your case, I'm willing to make an exception. You can go in. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. The apartment looks empty, but you can't shake the feeling that someone's there. Maybe you're just tired. Yes, maybe. Inside the apartment. What could be here? Crime. Money. And here? Another knife. Ammo. A Colt Classic semi-automatic pistol. Okay, let me have a look at that. That seems like an upgrade. Is anyone else using pistols? No, 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 no. I think you are. You're using pistols. Okay. It's just better in every way? It's just better in every way? It's a semi-automatic pistol that's simply better in every way? Is that right? Am I reading this correctly? Yeah, okay. Can't argue with that, I guess. Let me see about the pistols. Ideally, I want someone with high accuracy and high aiming for my pistols of choice. There's a big reason to keep the current Hauser 67. Since I'm not really doing much murdering, I'm mostly making someone's life miserable with this. Do I have any more SMGs? Am I one with the SMGs? Seemingly not. Alright, seemingly not. Crime. Security goggles, infiltrator jacket. I mean, they're good goggles. Yeah, it's like not even close, huh? It's better in every way. It's literally better in every way. Easy swap. I want more security goggles actually. One for Faith would be great. The aiming would be fantastic. I forgot what else was in there. There were goggles and there was something else. Do you guys remember what that was? I don't remember. It was goggles and something else. Okay, well, I don't know. Hi, guard. The card has been deactivated. Of course it has. Look, I'm looking for John. I'm still on the hunt. Can you tell me where to find John? Okay, apparently not. Apparently you can only tell me to praise the Lord. At the church's residential area. Oh, this is a residential area. Can I go here? Am I allowed to go here? Oh, I'm running an errand for Alona. I'm allowed. Let me in. He's too well trained to do anything but obey his superiors. That's right, you midget fuck. Get out of my way. The residential district isn't what you would call exciting. A perfect grid of faceless rectangular buildings housing hundreds of gray cells, each with a single bed. All amenities beyond that simple sleeping space are shared. Wake up, grab a quick end tab from the quarter dispenser, and take the train to work. What more does a colonist need? Hell of a way to live, says Jed. My old shipping container is a palace compared to these cells. Maybe that's all they need. A place to sleep and store personal trinkets. I heard the units were kept purposely small to force people to spend all their time outside, building a community and living in it. Of course, maybe they simply didn't have enough space to house all 50,000 colonists. Well, now we have 3 communities instead of 1, so I guess their plan worked. Can't wait to go to the pit when this is all over, says Evans, spitting on the floor. We just got here, bro. Don't tell me you like what you see. I haven't decided yet. Another convert, eh? The priest exhales in your direction, the contempt in his voice as clear as a tolling bell. Brotherhood or protectors this time? I'm from the pit. The priest steps back, making the sign of the cross in a practiced gesture. That cradle of sin. What do you have against converts? We all began this journey together, brothers and sisters in Christ, but as soon as the father of lies reared his hand, the pretenders and hypocrites turned away from the Lord and flocked to their false prophets instead. The only freedom man may claim is granted by God, not the Brotherhood. Only God's grace shall bring us safely to the dawn on Proxima Centauri, not the Protector's weapons or propaganda. He shakes his head in disgust. Okay. I don't understand what your problem with converts is anyway, but sure, whatever. Kiss my ass, I guess. Those who turn from the church to follow these false prophets are long dead. Their descendants embracing the faith can only strengthen the church. But if they come into the Lord out of love, or simply to flee this hell of their own making, if their road leads them to God, does it matter what motivates them? A road doesn't take one to God, the priest admonishes you in a scholarly tone. Submission to... Oh, okay. Submission does. A true believer comes prepared to work and gives himself over to the church, body and soul. Few are willing to make that kind of commitment. They think mumbling a few prayers will see them through. It won't. Is there anything I can do to help? The priest nods hesitantly. The latest thorn in my side is a small clutch of troublemakers amongst my flock. Perhaps you could talk to them for me. Perhaps you could kiss my ass. Is that possible for you? Is that possible for you? Huh? Just asking. You stupid little man with your stupid little problems. Hmm. One second. Drinking. Not beer, not alcohol. I don't do alcohol. Okay. I just want to talk to John. You know? Fine, I'll talk to your stupid troublemakers. Enoch's troublemakers aren't hard to spot. Two men and a woman are standing like bollards in the street, gazing about themselves, lost, while the locals navigate around them. If they have families with them, they must be tucked away inside the apartment complex. The man on the right has military bearing, without the air of self-importance, like a soldier on guard duty. Did he come here to flee the fighting? The other man is young, but flabby, well-fed, but unhealthy looking, like a low-level bureaucrat exiled from his desk. On the surface, an unlikely candidate to find religion, but who knows? The woman's head is hanging, her eyes black with grief. Whatever loss she's suffered has left her permanently marked. I greet them. The soldier's face hardens, as if he's bracing for a blow. Not a people person, then. The widow doesn't react at all. She is lost in a world even harder than this one. Unlike his comrades, the bureaucrat is eager to exercise his tongue. God be with you, sister, he solemnly announces, hand over his heart. Father Enoch asked me to have a word with you. He's concerned. Why? The soldier barks out, but quickly suppresses his anger. The man's just concerned for our well-being, the bureaucrat says smoothly, resting one hand on his companion's shoulder. Tell him we're, still overwhelmed. There's so much to learn, but we're adjusting. His attempt at a smile is off-putting, robotic. The widow finally looks up, searching your face with a plainly frightened look. Alright, I'll pass that along. Wait, the soldier says, shrugging the bureaucrat's hand away. Aren't you with the church? No? You care to tell me what's really going on here? The soldier sighs painfully, as if something was pressing down on his ribs. The church is preparing for war, he says. I grew up with the protectors, so I'm no stranger to the drills and rah-rah propaganda, but this... People spend half their day training in self-defense units, the other half soaking in sermons. But there's only one message. We're going to fight the devil, and we're going to win. If you're no stranger to drills and propaganda, why fuss about it now? Not what I expected, says the soldier. Nor I, pipes in the bureaucrat, shaking his head. I see. Interesting. Oh, so 1 second. I have to Google something. 1 second. I kind of want them to go to the pit, honestly. I kind of want to tell these people to go to the pit, honestly. You go to the pit, dude. But it's a cargo hold. Violent and lawless, says the bureaucrat, terrified. Home to thieves and murderers, or so we were told. Enjoy your drills and sermons, then. I'm leaving, says the soldier. Any of you want to tag along, you're more than welcome. I'm not going anywhere, says the widow, breaking her silence for the first time. The bureaucrat stays quiet, thinking it over. Yeah, here we are. They're gonna get mad at me for this. I talked to the troublemakers. The soldier will be gone today, the other will stay. What's done is done. Okay, apparently I gained experience for that crap. For just telling him to fuck off. That's crazy. You just get experience for telling them to get bent. Not what the church expected either, and they aren't too happy about it. I do want them to go to the pit. The soldier will be fine in the pit, honestly, but eh. Maybe the sermons will start growing on you. And if the church does go to war, recite. Sooner or later, someone will go to war. It won't really matter who starts it, only on whose side you fight. Would you rather fight for the Brotherhood or the Protectors? If it comes to that, I'll fight for the church, says the soldier. The widow nods in agreement with strange resolve in her eyes. Okay. Yeah, sure, I guess I'm convincing them to be here because reasons. Because gaining reputation with the church by accident, I guess. Why am I a supporter of the fucking church? I should tell them to get bent, honestly. Hello, old man. An old man is standing outside, enjoying the evening air. The heat exchangers have just kicked in, bringing much needed relief. What troubles you, my child? What makes you think I'm troubled? We all carry a burden, okay? One doesn't need to be a priest to help people. All you need to do is listen. That's all it takes. Sometimes a bit of persuasion to help them see the bright side. Sometimes it takes everything I've got and then some. Anything you teach me? For a small donation? Sure. How about 300 to help out some struggling families? Maybe later. Am I gonna pay $300 for what's probably $200 for persuasion? Probably. Alright, man. 150. Robbed, scammed. Scammed. All I'll do is get scammed. That's fine. It's fine, old man. John. Hello. John. Alright, John. The chapel is empty, except for a man in a worn coat. He's sitting with his back to the altar, soaking dried algae in some water. Thank you for the posture check, Irish. We should all check our posture. Absolutely, we should all check our posture. I have untrimmed. Thank you. Welcome to the Church of Salvation, sister, he says, listlessly stirring his cup of algae. I'm looking for the prophet. A prophet. Never seen one. He gazes up at you. Though I did see an angel once, standing right where you're standing now, bathed in pure white light. Smelled better too. He smiles. What did this angel say? He said we had strayed from the path. As if we all didn't know that already. The angel probably thinks we're all stupid, but who can't blame him? What path did we supposedly stray from? Come on, he says with a disarming grin. That's the easiest one in the book. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not fight thy neighbor, that sort of thing. There's a reason why the church played a different role back on Earth. But we aren't back on Earth. We're stuck inside a metal can, slowly drifting through space. All the more reason to try to get along, no? I wish it were so, brother. But it is so, says the man with unshakable confidence. Even now, declares the Lord. Return to me with all your heart, quotes the man. It's never too late, sister. Where are your followers? I knew you were coming, so I sent them away to give us some privacy. Are you a seer too? He has the right idea. Yeah, it's kind of a fucked up place we're in. It's a bit rough. Everyone's a little corrupt. Are you a seer too? Just a man with friends in high places. Not everyone in the church militant thinks we're doing God's work here. Church militant? What the hell does it mean? Back on old Earth, they were called soldiers of Christ, those who fought against the devil and his cohort. The Church of the Elect took this a bit too literally, and let the fighting part override the teachings of our Lord. What are you suggesting the church do? Lay down their arms and pray for peace? The best weapon the church has ever had is the Word of God, so maybe laying down the tools of the devil isn't such an insane idea after all. You should suggest it to the chaplain general if you get a chance to speak with his holiness. Everyone will get slaughtered. Are you a seer, friend? He smiles without malice. What if there is no slaughter? What if our neighbors are preparing for war because we are preparing for war? What if the church's efforts are better served teaching the word of God and leading this lost flock away from the abyss? Amen to that, honestly. It pleases me and the Lord to hear you say that. The preacher nods approvingly. Now you have to take your message to the Brotherhood and Protectorate. Only then can we have peace everlasting. Shouldn't we clean out our own house first? How can we expect the Brotherhood and Protectorate to listen to us when we're no different from them? Wow, this is bold. The church won't disarm and embrace the old faith until she sees that her rivals are willing to do the same. You must help them meet in the middle instead of expecting the church to do all the work and take all the risks. True that. I think you're right, the preacher says slowly. The bold option of there are some bold options here. This one's okay. I thought to change the church to make her better, but my place has always been elsewhere. Glad I could help, brother. See you later, brother. Crime. Is it? Oh no, there's more here. Oh, there's a lot more here. So much crime I can do. What's this? You never need a cause to do better. Electronic module, ruined implant. I'll take those. Wait, before I go any further, open the thing. Several soldiers are moving door to door, looking for draft dodgers and other delinquents. Do you live here? Asks the officer. No, but... A vagrant, then, says the officer, shaking his head. Are you pleading Corinthians 10:31 defense? I am actually curious what that is. Corinthians 10:31. So whether you eat or drink or whatever you do it all for the glory of God. All right. But the sister sent me on an errand, actually. Then get on it, girl, before somebody else mistakes you for a vagrant. Okay, how about you mind your own business before I punch you in the face? I am not opposed to punching you in the face. I'll do it. Don't think I won't. I'll sneak into the apartments. Oh, hello. Hello, suspicious area. Hello, officer. This man is training new recruits, his easy smile at odds with his strict military bearing. New arrival, he asks, unscrewing his flask and tipping it up for a swig. Fresh from the pit. Looking for something different, eh? Good for you. I'm new here myself. Heard they were paying top credits for officers with combat experience, so I decided to cash in my chips, if you know what I mean. Do you think there's going to be a war? Hard to say. The Brotherhood and the Protectors have been promising war for decades, but delivering nothing but cheap talks and threats. Maybe the church will finally set it off. Who knows? You should join them while the pay is good. Where'd you come from? I spent the last 10 years protecting the mission. Only nobody has ever told me what the hell I'm protecting it from. As far as I can tell, nobody wants it. He grins broadly. I'm Bo Thompson. What's it like working for the Protectors? People are saying all over, some of them are wired to salute the flag, doesn't really matter what's on it, and the wrong people always rise to the top like a turd in a bucket. Most folks believe in the mission because they've been eyeballs deep in it since the day where they're born, they don't want to know any different, and they don't know and they don't want to know any different. Yep, fair enough, Bo. Yeah, me again. Indeed, me again. I'm just here to steal. Okay, nothing to steal. Good chat. This game is a little too real sometimes. The context for this game, Irish, is hello Cammy. Hello Cammy. Hello Cammy. You guys should check out Cammy. The context for this game is essentially we're all on a ship heading towards another planet. All right. And we've been on the ship for like centuries. Centuries and centuries and centuries, leaving Earth for another place entirely to colonize it. The original mission was somewhat founded by churchgoers, but things have changed. And somewhere along the way, the great authority that was helping run the ship and keep things heading towards the right direction got overthrown. So now you have essentially a few factions. You have the faction that says, hey man, let's do the mission to populate the new planet. Let's do what was working. Let's follow the plan that we're all in the ship for, right? And everyone else is like, dude, the plan doesn't work. The plan was crazy. And not only is the plan crazy, it got overthrown, and now we're all suffering for it. Then you have the people who are like, hey, we should liberate ourselves and be free and do this via violence and great power, and we're gonna set things off to be like liberty, you know, liberty. People are like, yeah, okay, but you're kind of just replacing one set of rules with your set of rules, and also you're a belligerent piece of shit. Like you're literally going around out of your way to cause violence. So, and then there's this church faction, which is everyone's kind of like, hey, because the church faction's like, this is our mission from God, you know. That was everyone got the original people who got on the ship. They went on the mission from God, and we're gonna follow that mission from God. This is our holy mission. And everyone else is like, yeah, but like I'm not religious, and I don't really want this mission from God. The fuck are you talking about? So every faction's kind of got their issues. I didn't really explain that very well, but that's more or less the gist of it. Apparently, I'm friends with the church, entirely by accident. Hello, Ilona. The preacher won't be a problem anymore. Tell her the details. He won't be? Thank you, sister. If you're still looking for some work, the chaplain general might have something for you. That was fast. I was instructed to send anyone who solves this problem to His Holiness. If I were you, I wouldn't make him wait. Okay, lead the way, I guess. Apparently, I'm here to talk to this guy. You can't do anything in this place. Holy shit! Everyone wants me. They want me. I think they did a really good job, Irish, having some nuance between the factions. There's no obviously like good faction. The factions, the outsiders, observers, and heroes. Yeah, there's no obviously good faction. There's a fourth faction, which is the like. I'm trying to think of a American or European way to say this, because the example that comes to mind is not those things. There's essentially a mutant class of people who are fixing the radiator that keeps a ship running, and essentially we have given them rights because they're the only people who are going to live in essentially Chernobyl, like Fallout Chernobyl. It's a little wild altogether. It's a little wild altogether. Alright. So the chaplain wants to talk to us, apparently. Chaplain General Abraham Davis sits unmoving, gazing up at you from beneath his half-lidded eyes. Why are you here? Certainly not because of your faith and devotion to our Lord. I need to know your mind before deciding if you're right for this task. Yeah, okay. I didn't sign up for the church. Can I leave? I don't want any of these things. Why do you doubt my faith? I'm so faithful. I am well acquainted with piety, and I don't see it in you. Perhaps you stumbled a bit closer to God than your pit brethren, but you must walk a long road yet before you can rightfully call yourself a woman of faith. I don't know if the church is the best answer, but it's much better than the alternatives, apparently. An enemy of my enemy, then. Not the answer I was hoping for, but I suppose it'll have to do for now. And what do you want me to do? When the great deceiver... Also, we have a ad break in 2 minutes, so you guys might want to stand up, stretch, drink some water, take care of yourselves, you know, all that good stuff. Time travels really fast when you play this game, honestly. When the great deceiver split us apart, he rejoiced and compelled men to fight each other for his amusement. As Gog and Magog wasted their resources on conflict, the church has grown strong. Now that the true light of faith shines bright again, the great deceiver has realized his error. Understanding that a greater threat looms, he wants Gog and Magog to set aside their hostilities and fight by his side. This shall not be. Are you suggesting they want peace now? They don't want anything as you mean it, for they are nothing but puppets of the great deceiver. He commands them to fight man against man, so they fight. When he commands them to extinguish the true faith, they'll do just that. Fortunately, the wheels of the great deceiver's machine turn slowly. Sending Matheson to meet his master was a strong counterstroke, but that will provide only a temporary respite. Let me see if I understand you correctly. The church has grown strong, while the Brotherhood and Protectors fight each other, but if they band together, the church will not survive. Therefore, you must do whatever it takes to keep the strife and mistrust going? Something of a simplification. I took you for a woman who understands the deeper nuances to these issues, but yes, the Brotherhood and Protectorate must remain at war, at least for the time being. There's another matter I want to discuss with you. Nothing. I don't want to... Alright, old man. Apparently I'm Team Old Man now. When did I become Team Old Man? Whatever. How about you fuck off? I have no interest in you. Team Old Man. Not for me. Okay, let's change zones. How about the Brotherhood? The Brotherhood of Liberty. Liberty. Alright, so here we are at the Brotherhood of more crime. Love crime. Let's start at the... Oh, we were in the maintenance deck, yeah. This is where we originally were. Okay, let's have a run around. I know I came here in the Hall of Records and they were like, wow, I don't give a shit. I don't care about this at all. Do you have something new to say to me now? Now that I have real information? Okay, no, you're still useless, no problem. How about the memorial? A monument to the heroes of the mutiny. Their softly glowing names inviting closer examination. Touch a random name. Junior Technician Gladys Sneed faced a hard decision during her last shift on Fabrication Line 5. Junior technician was one of her colleagues was caught. She decided to accept her fate with dignity, or bring the fight to them. Oh, she became a suicide bomber. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the suicide bomber. That's, yep, alright, you got it, man. Totally. Totally cool. How about some crime while we wait? I love crime. Hello. How much AP do I even have left? 5? Here, let me just end turn. More money. I love being accidentally rich. It's very much the secret ingredient is crime to get money in this game. Like, if you have a lockpicking person, you can have money. All of my money's been coming from this. Another memorial. Timothy Jenkins refused to obey an unlawful order. Jenkins explained his objections. And he decided to murder his commanding officer that was a pawn of the corrupt regime. Okay, yeah, I love propaganda. I love propaganda. Nice gate. Can I see a requisition? Okay. How do I get here? Walking. The secret ingredient is always crime. Holy shit! Heat absorber greatly reduces the chance of thermal cameras or goggles detecting your presence. That's important. Oh, and 12 cell ammo. That's also really important. Holy smokes. Yeah, if you don't have this, this is so doomed. Like, if you don't have the invisibility cloak, you're so cooked. But I have a heat absorber now, yay! I can commit even greater crimes. What's this? The door looks damaged. You can't help but wonder what's on the other side. Maybe one quick look. Do I want electronics more, or do I want lockpicking more? I feel like there's always opportunities to lockpick, so let's do electronics. Although I have to get to this to 9 at some point, but I think that should be possible. Let's push the electronics angle. Short circuit the lock. Ooh. The door slides open, revealing old maintenance supplies and repair parts stripped from discarded machinery. Better luck next time. What the hell do you think you're doing? You turn around and see a frowning security officer with a hand on his gun. Looks like a very nice gun. Gesture to Fate to take him out. Does she have for it start at 6? There's no way, right? The door was open, officer. I'm on my way to report it. Such criminal negligence can't go unpunished. You see, I'm innocent of all crimes here. Good thinking, citizen. Yes, good thinking. Oh yes, I gained a reputation with the Brotherhood. They no longer hate me. Yes. Actually, Faith could have done it. I didn't think she had crit strike 6. She could have knocked that guy out. I'm curious. You push him into the open locker and you take his gun. Oh, okay. So this is points for Faith. You get some crit strike points for that. And some party XP apparently. But I will stick with my original gambit here. Apparently a reputation for the Brotherhood and not XP, but that's okay. I don't get the nice gun either. But that's alright. I think if I had gotten crit strike for everyone, I would have changed my mind on that a little bit. The gun runner. Sell me guns? Yeah, okay, what do you have? A mace. A war club. Alright, let me investigate your war club. It's tempting. It's tempting. The minus 12 accuracy is not tempting. Oh, okay. This SMG, burst attack only. Less accuracy, less aiming, less crit chance, but way more graze, reaction, penetration. So if you just want to do damage. But it's expensive for what I feel is like maybe not a side grade, but not an upgrade that I need. That makes sense. Like this is a direct upgrade. This I might think about, but the aiming, like losing the aiming is tough for me. I really value aiming. You know what else I value? Grenades. Yoink. Alright, good chat, old man. I've taken things from you, don't worry about it. Hello, guard. Looking around from the pit. I was there when we tried to liberate the pit. I was there when we tried to liberate the pit. Damn shame we had to withdraw and leave your people to fend for themselves. That's one way of looking at it. And what did Braxton do after we left? Try to kill Jonas to take over. Odyssey is dead now, so maybe Jonas will finally see reason. Okay, what can you tell me about the Brotherhood? Best place to live, the guard assures you. Nothing's perfect, but if you consider the alternatives, I need to tell you, you probably lived in a shipping container your whole life. It has its perks. All except civilized society. Okay, what about the Protectors? The ship authority was bad, but the Protectors are worse. Much worse. You see, the ship authority never believed we could win, so they didn't take us seriously until the very end. The Protectors won't make the same mistake, mark my words. Tell me about the church? They say they're neutral, but if you ask me, they're just waiting. It's worked well for them so far. Yeah, they are literally waiting and preparing their violence. Look, a bar! Oh, hello. Who's Hargrave? Who is Hargrave? Oh, this is the guy who made me do the mind worms. Oh, this fucking guy. Yeah, okay. Alright, hey, buddy. That's her, I'm telling you. If she didn't shut down that generator, the fucking mind worms would have killed us all, laughs Hargrave. Your finest whiskey for my friend here. I thought you were gonna kill me back then. Aren't you glad I didn't? Grins Hargrave. I thought you were gonna do the same thing. Do unto others before they do it unto you. Another drink. Did you buy anything down there? It was a good haul, says Hargrave, ordering another bottle. We took it to the Brotherhood first, but the cheap bastard said the quality was subpar. Does this look subpar to you? He shows you a cylindrical battery, the factory paint still on it. What is it? A Mark II battery, mint condition, no dents or scratches. He puts the battery into his pocket and pours himself another drink. Ask Faith to steal the battery. You slap Hargrave on the shoulder to distract him, while Faith makes the battery disappear. I love committing crime. I'm so good at crime. Hey, bartender. What's on the menu today? Depends on your rank. Why don't protectors have ranks? Oh, it's social rank. Oh, okay. He's telling me to watch my mouth and think about my social rank. Alright. My measurement of my contribution to society. I'm gonna fucking strangle this guy. I'm gonna strangle him. If you work tirelessly to make this the best place to live, you should be treated accordingly. If it's the other way around, if you're nothing but a burden on your fellow men and women, why should you enjoy the benefits of our civilization? Is that the goal, to make the Brotherhood the best place to live on the ship? Only ever since the mutiny. Look, the Protectors and the Church. They tell you... I'm sorry. They tell you to follow some dusty old rules, scribbled down someplace by someone long dead. We offer freedom, it's as simple as that. That's why Matheson wanted to defect. He did. You didn't know? Oh, it's a tale. Okay, yeah, the Protectors spin all kinds of lies. Blah, blah, blah. When Matheson was promoted to top man, he was given access to all kinds of information. He asked why they can't have it as good as us, and they told him that the mission says we can't. So Matheson was planning to defect, and the Executive Council couldn't have that, so they had them all executed, like gassing a family of mindworms. That's quite the tale. I don't even know who Matheson is. These are just words to me. Examine the machine. What is this? Okay, it's a machine that keeps the city alive. Nothing burger. I'm here to steal. Anything else to steal? Am I done stealing? Strange areas. Oh, that's probably the med area. Med kit area. Can you teach me something? Yep, alright, you can't. That's fine. What did I expect from you anyway? Nothing. Alright, at this point all that's left is to talk to Anders, who I've been avoiding, so... Hello, Anders. Welcome to the Brotherhood of Liberty. The man gives you a quick look over and smiles. First time. Are you here to spend some credits or strike a blow against tyranny? Bit of both, I guess. Excellent, smiles the man. I'm Simon Anders, political officer. Pleased to meet you. Likewise, so what do I have to do? Attend a meeting and make some friends, that's all. You think you can do that? What kind of meeting? Hopefully nothing but some workers wanting to strike a blow for liberty. Not everyone can enjoy freedom, knowing it's denied to their brothers and sisters across the divide. After all, have we not promised to free the enslaved? Of course, the leadership welcomes such unwavering devotion to our great cause, even if it doesn't flow through the right channels. enemies. But while we must hope for the best, we must be vigilant and plotting, ready for the worst, for our enemies are constantly plotting toward demise, even as we speak. They can corrupt weaker minds, make them think that white is black and black is white. Such rot can't be allowed to spread. So if they're overzealous supporters, I'd leave them alone. And if they're actually, first of all, why me? Why not you? I look at you and I see a capable woman, eager to prove herself. I also see a new face that won't raise any suspicions. So if they're overzealous supporters, I'll leave them alone, and if they're not, then we'd like to know more about them. A lot more, starting with who their ringleaders are. Where does this meeting take place? Residential deck C, that's all I know. Take the elevator and ask around. Yes, Don't talk to anyone who isn't flagged. Flagged? Not one of ours. Why do you think I'm asking you to go there? Okay. Are we working for the Brotherhood now? Asks Evans. He doesn't seem too happy about it. Yeah, that is one other thing. As although, honestly, they did a good job in the sense that, like, I think most people, if I were to be very vague, might be like, yeah, dude, liberty's pretty good, freedom, right? That's a good virtue. But starting it off with the background that, hey, the Brotherhood of Liberty tried to overtake your hometown, certainly puts a spin on things. We're taking a closer look at the Brotherhood, that's all. She's right, says Jed, looking at you. Let's not rush to judgment. After everything the Brotherhood's done, Evans says angrily. The Brotherhood didn't do anything the other two wouldn't have done in a heartbeat. Give it half a chance. I'd keep that in mind if I were you. Okay, yeah, anyway. Yeah, I think we got protected by, I don't know, Braxton. I think Braxton is former church turned military, protecting us against the Brotherhood in the pit. Alright, hey guard. I'm working for Anders, so let me in, and don't ever talk to me again. In fact, if I see you look my way, I will kill you. I haven't seen you around here before. Okay, yeah, I'm just going through. You're passing through my block. Okay, for taking a stroll through this lovely neighborhood? Among other things, he says, so quit pussyfooting around and tell me what you're doing here. If you're a new tenant, show me your requisition order. If you're here on business, I need to know what said business is, and who authorized it, name and rank. I do everything neatly and properly, so when they ask, I can answer to everyone's satisfaction. Well, I'm new here, I don't know your customs. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. I'm Representative Travis, elected to speak and answer for the free people of Block 17. Okay, dude, that sounds like an important job. Yeah, okay, what does the position entail? A constant headache, that's what it entails. You'd think keeping some folks in line wouldn't be such a chore, but there are always a few who just have to stir things up. How does the saying go? One rotten fish spoils a whole barrel? Or was it a potato? You know what I mean. Yeah, keeping the free people in line can be quite challenging. Absolutely. This is what we're talking about though, right? Like this is the environmental, this is not the environmental storytelling, the literal storytelling that we need to be like, hey, yeah, Brotherhood of Liberty is kind of strong on regulations, you know? For people who are really like, oh yes, the free peoples, they're very strong on regulation and peer pressure and social trappings. You said it, sister. How many times do you think I've told Watley off for selling surplus end-tabs? If word gets out, it'll come down on all our heads. But does he listen? Want me to talk to this Watley fellow for you? Why is it such a big deal they're selling end-tabs anyway? Other than unlicensed commerce being against the law, end-tabs are supposed to be free, provided by the ship for all citizens. They're a fundamental human right. Of course, they're getting smaller and less nutritious, but that kind of problem is outside the scope of my duties. Not only is that dumb bastard undermining the natural order, he must be stealing them from somewhere, which is a whole other crime. Okay, are you, like, done shit-talking to me now? Are we done here? The elevator looks like it's been out of service. When the second elevator stops working, the residents would have to use the maintenance shafts to move between decks. That is tough. Okay, Travis, are we done? You done messing with me? The train. An old train that used to take the workers to the factory and beyond. The tunnel has been collapsed and the train didn't fare any better. Or I said had long collapsed. Crime. Like, all of this money is just from crime. Like, if you didn't have crime here, this would be so bad for you. This is a big district. Reaper. A small commotion attracts her attention. Two plainclothes officers are attempting to evict a citizen. A crowd of onlookers is calmly observing the spectacle, seemingly the only entertainment on hand. What's going on? We received a signal from Representative Travis. Ugh, Travis. Citizen Feldman is suspected of poisoning the community's mind with church propaganda. We also suspect he wasn't acting alone. But not to worry, citizen. We'll uproot his entire network of spies and malcontents. Who are you exactly? The Voluntary People's Guard. The officer narrows his eyes. And who are you exactly? Which block are you assigned to? I'll ask the questions here, citizen. After all, it's everyone's duty to support political officers in their investigations. Don't you agree? Yes, of course. I didn't know. Because it's not your job to know. It's mine, and that's why I'm here. I assume I can count on your full cooperation. Yes, officer. The man snaps to attention, and a beat later his friend does the same. What were you saying about church propaganda? The following items were confiscated from Feldman's cell. 1 crucifix symbol of religious oppression, 1 credit drive suspected proceeds of his crimes, 1 digital notepad locked to hide criminal activities. Yet all I see is a man with poor taste in accessories, a bit of cash in his pocket, and a perfectly natural fondness for privacy. Would you care to revise your conclusion? Yes, officer. Yours is a much clearer analysis of the situation. I gain a reputation with the church, apparently. It's fine. I also see 2 men attempting to exceed their authority for personal gain, a serious offense. We're to report this. We'd like to make a donation. The man blurts out, as if pricked from behind with a needle, to show our appreciation for your service to the cause. Very, very generous of you. The man exhales heavily and transfers the 2 credit balances over to you. Seeing the actual amount, you understand why the Brotherhood's volunteers resort to such artless thuggery. Yeah, I also would like 225 credits for being a thug. And here I am, accidentally gaining church reputation. Ugh. A character level, base character level is now 5. What can we do with that? What can we do here? What time is it? We're still fine. We have time. All right. What are we doing here? Faith, she's not really much of the killing type. These are very bad. Act 2, and this is where we're at. It's trouble. What do I do for you? So, does someone else have Opportunist? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Opportunist is pretty good. This is very good. What is carve? Actually, I don't know what this is. Colony ship carve. I do know what knockdown is. But I don't know what carve is. I guess I don't use a knife enough. Okay, fine. So this one's good, right? More accuracy with knives. And this one's good because more accuracy with pistols. I also like this one because I like killing people. And that's pretty rock solid. I haven't seen much in the way of stealth for a little while, honestly, is one of the things that I guess I should point out. And we did already pick the thing that makes me good at crit. How often am I in melee? Very, very not often, right? But I like killing people. Okay. We're picking this one. I'm on the killing path. Did you gain armor handling for that? No, you did not. Where's Watley? Hello, random lady. Omen swipes her card and the dispenser spits out an end tab. A small brown bar full of vitamins, minerals, and enzymes, and everything else your body needs. At least that's what it says on the screen. Hard to survive on end tabs alone. It's hard all over, says the woman. We must all make sacrifices. How many do you get a day? Only 2 a day now. We boil them with algae, make them last longer. Yeah, okay. Hello, old man. It's another nice old man. Do you think we're gonna reach our Proxima, old man? I have business to take care of, says the old man. What business do you have? We gotta finish what we started and free every single person aboard. Aren't the mutants free already? Okay. The mutants are shackled like a chain gang, but we're gonna change all that. Sounds like you were born of the Brotherhood. I was born free and I'll die free, unlike them drones from the mission. So is this what freedom looks like? Blah blah blah. The only real freedom they offer is the freedom to follow orders and the freedom to pray your life away. Anyone who doesn't toe that line is out of luck. Okay, so isn't the mission while we're all here? Is it? The mission is just some made-up abstraction to keep folks under their thumb. You see any mission around here? Can you pick it up? Can you eat it? We're still flying to the same destination, packed in here with cultists and military types and every other kind of idiot. How do you explain this conundrum? I mean, our ancestors would have never left Earth if not for the mission. Let me straighten something out for you. The Founding Fathers wanted to start a colony on Proxima, so they gathered a bunch of freedom-loving pioneer types and started preaching all that mission bullshit to brainwash them and bleed all the fight out of them. Free women and men depart Earth, and a few centuries later, a herd of nice, docile slaves arrive on Proxima. You think the founding fathers were planning a colony where everyone gets their say? Pfft. No, you're not that big of a fool. Alright, so that's your take. Crime. Actually, stripping of these parts is not a crime. A non-crime. Theft is a crime. Scav helmet. Eh. What do you mean it's out of reach? From here? Anything else? I don't think so. So one thing that does bug me is that your AP is entirely determined by, I'm pretty sure entirely determined by your dexterity. Yep. I'm pretty sure it's just 8 plus this number. And since there's very few ways to increase your dexterity, in fact, I think there's only one way to increase your dexterity, you can end up in the situation of just having not enough AP to go around, which is tough. Tranquil Terrace. Freedom to the enslaved. So this is a vibe of all time. Hello, random trader guy. What's the catch with your high quality armor supplies? The armor isn't brand new, and there are bullet holes in them. Okay, yeah, whatever. What do you have for me? Damaged stuff. Of course. Damaged stuff. It's just hard to compete with most of these, I guess. Like, it's fine. The only person who would use this has enough going on already, I guess. Okay. Watley. Let's chat, Watley. What do you want? Asks the greasy-haired man, glancing around nervously to talk to you about end tabs. I don't know anything about it, Watley says quickly, trying to close the door. I can shoot you to refresh your memory if that's what you prefer, or selling stolen end tabs, ignoring a lawful request to stop, lying to a political officer. Political officer? We can pretend to be angry, or we can say, I'm glad I got your attention. I'm glad no, sorry. I had to drag my ass all the way here to investigate some petty crime. You know how angry that makes me. It wasn't me, I swear. He told me to do it, and he gave me the end tabs. What choice did I have? Who is this mysterious E? Menzel, Watley says reluctantly. Jimmy Menzel. He's connected all the way up. All the fucking way. How can I find him? The government residential complex. Told you he's connected. The money's due today. He gives you the credit stick. Let me worry about it. Okay. Cool. Crime. Hello, trader. Can you teach me anything? So you can set up a shop next to me fast. Chance, I'm leaving soon. Don't worry about it. For 300 credits, I can show you the basics. Teach me, oh, wise one. Yeah, I mean, okay, sure. That's fine. 300 credits for 150 learning and electronics. That's fine. I need to get computers to 9 is the problem. And I also need to get biotech to 5 for reasons. At this point, I've done all there is to do in this area, so... Oh, wait. The dump? The dumpy? It's a pile of refuse. Hopefully not a permanent fixture. Several soldiers are taking a break, warming themselves with instant soup, a flavorless mix of the daily dose of vitamins, amphetamines, and antidepressants. "What do we have here?" asks the sergeant, turning around. "Just passing through." "Why is she talking funny?" asks one of the soldiers. "That's how they talk in the pit, because they don't know any better," explains another soldier. "What the hell is a cargo rat doing here?" asks the first soldier. "That's a damn good question. You a spy, girl?" I can go, "I'm an envoy. We'd like to join the glorious Brotherhood of Freedom as much as we have much to learn from you." No, I'm gonna go with, "I'm working for political officer Anders." Any other dumb questions? Figures. Yeah, figures. That looks like a meeting of all time. Also, how much XP do I need for the next level? Yeah, at these numbers, 40 is both a lot and very little. Like, I would have to do that 40 more times to level up Evans, like from 0 to that much. A train. A derailed train stripped for parts and left as a decaying monument to an age long gone. You take another step, but the stench drives you back. All right, I think we're approaching the fun. Let me take a second here. I just want to check something real quick. I'm being pinged. Oh. Not for this, for something else? I'm getting compliments on something and blushing. Don't worry about it. It's not important. All right. Fun. Yes, fun is happening. I don't really know what that is in relation to, but yes, fun. Oh my god, it is so bloody hot in my room, I have to say. It is like crazy hot all the time. I don't know what it is. I think maybe the new lamp I have installed just radiates heat. This is a lot. I kind of can't wait for it to be winter so that I don't have to deal with this because, oh my god. Oh, I'm like constantly sweating nowadays. The meeting is already in progress. Standing on a makeshift podium, a young man with unkempt hair and fiery eyes is shouting something at an older maintenance worker with scarred fists the size of coffee cans. "Freedom? You call this freedom?" shouts the youth, looking around for support but finding none. "I'll show you freedom," growls the worker, starting to push his way through the crowd. I can support the speaker or provoke the worker. Hold on, I'd like to hear what the kid has to say. Emboldened, the kid straightens up and runs his hand through his greasy hair. He looks at the maintenance worker, refusing to be intimidated. "You're free to work down at maintenance for a few credits a day. Free to die fighting some poor bastard in another war. Free to wish you were never born on this fucking ship. Is this what our forefathers fought the ship authority for?" "We're surrounded by enemies on all sides," says another man. "What choice do we have but to support the war effort?" It's our duty, nods the maintenance worker. Our enemies, he points his finger at the podium, want us to give up. I say we send them a message right now. We can either go, there's not going to be a war because neither side can win it. All this war effort talk does is keep you slaving away without asking any questions, or if you're looking for enemies, they're across the bridge, armed and ready. Or you can provoke the worker and tell him to shut the fuck up some more. If you're looking for enemies, they're across the bridge, armed and ready. You gonna send them a message too, or just this unarmed kid? Maybe I should start with you, eh? Shut that smart mouth of yours. Attacking an envoy who is here on official business is a serious crime, comrade. They still throw criminals into biorecyclers. I heard it's a slow and very painful way to die. Fuck you, bitch, says the worker, storming off. Wait for everyone to leave. Tough crowd, says the youth, jumping down from the platform. He doesn't appear to be discouraged. I am Reaper. Reaper, eh? They can't find me if they don't know my real name. They? The secret police. They're everywhere. You'd know it if you were from around here. Relax, kid. We don't have much love for the Brotherhood in the pit. Trust me on that. Right, the invasion, nods the kid. Seeing you in a new light. It's not every day he gets to meet a victim of imperialist aggression. Are you here to strike back? Let's say I'm exploring my options at the moment. There's someone I think you should meet, the kid says cautiously, but I can't take you there without permission. I have some errands to run, but I'll be back later. If your friend wants to meet, fine. If not, I'll look for someone else. She'll meet you, I promise. Okay. There's a self-service terminal for determining aptitude. That's fine. Wait, a thing to strip for parts. Excellent. Admin district. I'm here to make your life miserable. Delivery for Citizen Menzel. Yes, I gotta chat with you. This must be Menzel's place. 2 guards posted outside, probably more inside. I love picking locks. I love examining the air purifier. Combat electronics, see what you can do. Or sneak via the vent. Okay. Paging Officer Menzel. This is, I think, the big tough thing is like I have these points in sneak. I have all these points in sneaking and murdering, you know? At the same time, I have all these points in talking to people, and you gotta pick one or the other to advance. But I really do love these systems that reward you for doing things, though, like building up small experience points for doing stuff. It's very classic. I like it. And because there's no grinding or farming in this game, like everything actually makes a difference. So I approve. Hello, gods. Is Citizen Menzel expecting you? Watley sent me to deliver the payment. Watley? Never heard of him. That's two options here. I don't know what game you're playing, but if you don't want the money, I'm keeping it. Thank Menzel for me, will you? I'm gonna kill Watley. Fine, go in. Who are you? Asks Menzel, a well-fed citizen of this brave new world. Where's Watley? What is this? It's a good old-fashioned robbery, so keep your voice down if you don't mind. I love that. This is the 5th Directorate, finally paying you a visit. My apologies it took so long, but better late than never, as they say. Oh, I finally reached the 5th Directorate. I've never even heard of. I'm glad I finally reached impersonate that I can't do, by the way. Like I have reached something. We'll have to just keep pushing impersonate where we can. A few people have citizen. Our customers rarely live long enough, or I didn't come here to fill up the gaps in your knowledge. The only reason you're still breathing is because there's hope for you yet. There is. It won't happen again, I swear. You'll have to surrender all your ill-gotten gains, of course. Of course, Menzel agrees eagerly, but talking about money breaks the spell. You don't really look like an agent. What did you say your name was? Did you know that biorecyclers keep the biomass that goes in a state of suspended animation while they break it down? I was told it's a particularly unpleasant and long, very, very long way to die, but who knows? Would you like to find out? Or, I assume you want to keep this on the down low, but if you want to make it a bit more official, I can come back with 2 squads who turn this hovel upside down and drag you outside in chains. I'm gonna go with the biorecyclers. Biorecyclers. No need, Menzel says quickly, licking his suddenly dry lips. I'll pay. Everything. 2,000 credits. Wow. Stay out of trouble. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I have a desire to rob. Like, I'm not done committing crimes yet. Just you. A scanner? I put all this work in for a scanner? They're kind of unaware right now. That's fine. Slightly suspicious. If I just pass turn, does this decrease? It does not. Okay. A gun. Okay. So you can get kind of there, but if they ever become suspicious, you're doomed after that point, right? Having said that, I would like to do more, but I'm actually have to stop. have to stop. So, that will be it for us tonight. I hope you have a good rest of your morning, day, evening, night, whatever you're up to, whatever you're doing. I hope you have a good one, and I will see you next time. Next time. Let's find out who we're raiding into. And, if you guys liked it, you liked hanging out, you know, we have a Discord, we have Twitter, and all this other stuff. If you want to do any of that stuff, you want to hang out, that's all good. I'm thinking of starting, like a community night, just to watch a movie now and then, right? Stuff like that. You can join the Discord, you can do any of this stuff. Yeah, that's the vibe. Alright guys, who are we raiding into? Lakshya, I guess. I think this is how her name is spelled, yes. Okay. There you go. So be nice, as always, your choice of jamming emote, okay? And then, you know, whatever you want to type in, just be nice, okay? It's very important, you gotta be nice, okay? Alright, I will see you guys later. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, drink plenty of water, get plenty of rest, and most importantly, be good to yourselves and be good to each other. I'll see you around. Bye-bye! Bye-bye. Oh, also I should do the thing, like, if you'd like to, you know, follow, it would help me out, blah, 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 you know the deal. Okay, bye-bye.